Hey Leo, Mariah here. It's a pleasure to be back and thank you for returning. So I want to go ahead and take a look into your June. I know it's been a while since I last posted a video, but I've been pretty swamped with clients. So let's get into this now. I want to see what's coming in for you, especially with us moving towards mid-June. So Leo, if this does connect with you in any way, definitely like, comment, or subscribe. And let's hop into this reading. Okay, Leo, so let's go ahead and take a look. Let's see what's going on with you in the month of June. Ooh. Ten of Pentacles in reverse. There's something here about online shopping. Watch your spending, Leo. Watch how much money you spending. Watch where your money's going. Because it almost feels like, you know how you can get on YouTube and go down a rabbit hole of different videos? It feels like somebody's online and they're online shopping and they hop from Amazon to then this website to then this website to then this website, and now they're down a rabbit hole of either window shopping online or buying things online that they don't need to be buying, whether you're just buying things out of boredom or you're buying things that financially you know you shouldn't be, because you may not be in the most comfortable position to be spending the way that you're wanting to spend, but yet we're doing so anyway. I would be cautious of that and just even feeling that energy out just a little bit deeper. This feels like somebody's comfort zone is to shop. They get comfort from shopping and buying things, right? So I think of how people find comfort from food. You know, they'll eat their favorite food or they'll eat their favorite like desserts because it brings them comfort. But over time of eating your favorite, fast food, fried food, your sweets, your savories, all that, you start putting on some pounds. Same thing when you have shopping as your outlet for your comfort zone. You start spending and spending and you look at your bank account and wonder where your money went. So there's just a need to be a little bit gentle on your pocketbooks at this time, Leo, especially right now, because whether it's with your job or your career or if you own your own business, it almost feels like you're in this in between. So financially, things aren't the hottest for you right now, but yet you still may have certain financial obligations you're still tied or attached to. So I don't know if maybe you lost a job. Maybe you're not making the money you used to make, especially if you are self-employed. Maybe your business is a little slow right now as far as clientele or the money that you're making. Or even if your financial status hasn't changed, maybe again, the obligations or responsibilities you now have to deal with are adding more of a burden to your plate, where now the money that you were making no longer suffices anymore because of these either increased expenses you have or these bills. But you know this. This isn't something that you're not privy to. You already know this. And I think this is where our mind is kind of trying to figure out, well, what's next for us, whether you're understanding clearly that this job or this career or this occupational space is just not cutting it. So what can I do that will bring me in more money, but also too allows me to feel emotionally engaged in my work? What can I do if I want to start my own business that I'm going to really enjoy, but yet financially it's going to be supportive of me and my lifestyle, or me and my family, or me and the future goals and outcomes that I want, things that I want out of my life, but you haven't really walked into that new sphere of your life yet. So you're in this you're in the in between, and financially your bank account is having to get hit a couple of times behind this, because we may be, again, maybe resorting to spending or shopping to bring some form of comfort during a time when we need to be preserving what it is that we do have. So what is this for you, Leo? I think you need something where, I think for you, it may be hard to kind of be your own boss. You may need to, especially if you are looking at doing something else or doing something different, even if you still wanted to work under a company or for a company, you have to be able to have autonomy where you can, even if you're still working under a company, you're able to still kind of do your own thing. You're not really micromanaged. You're able to still kind of come and go to a certain regard as you please. But yet you don't have to deal with the full-on responsibilities of running a business. Others of you may want to fully go ahead and run that business or get that thing started. And I would say move in that direction immediately. If you know that's what you want to do, because this is taking me to somebody's financial hardships. I'm sorry. I don't know who's this for. I know this ain't gonna connect with everybody because not everybody's dealing with financial circumstances. But this feels like I'm talking to a yes. And the Four of Pentacles, God damn. I know this feeling personally. Personally, when you got to financially go through it. I think, though, your drive and determination to not be in this space is really what's going to propel you to where you want to be and where you really want to go. I think your drive to see the desired outcome come to fruition is going to continue to propel you. I think just mentally, though, we deal with psychological or mental challenges behind this because we may feel like we are too old to be having to deal with this. We're too old to be dealing with financial issues. We're at a certain place and certain space in our life where this shouldn't even be a concern to us. We should be feeling stable. We should be making the money we have. I should be in a career or in a occupational space that I feel satisfied in. There's something, it's like you're being pulled in two directions. You know the reality of what you're doing and what you're having to deal with, but it doesn't match the reality that you felt that you should be right now in this stage of your life. So for an example, let's say, Leo, you're in your mid 30s, late 30s, 40s, etc., and you have to restart over financially or in your career, and you feel like, well, you never saw this for you because at this stage in your life, you feel like you should have it together, that you should have had it together, that you shouldn't have to be rebuilding or restarting your life financially or in a career space. And I think this is what kind of gives us that, how can I put this? I guess that struggle or strife. And I think we are a bit critical or a bit hard on ourselves. And some people, they don't have to restart their life multiple times financially or in their career. And some people do. That's just part of their transmutation process. That's part of their own transformation process. That's how that person is going to grow in this lifetime, by having to scorch the earth and then rebuild it. And sometimes some people have to rebuild that multiple times over. It's frustrating, it's tiring, it's taxing. I know this. Watch your online spending. I just have to say that again. But it really is. So I would tell you this, Leo. I know this isn't, again, probably the most happiest of readings, if you will. That's not my intention anyway. But saving your money right now is going to be a big key factor. This isn't the time. I get your birthday season. It's right around the corner, I know this is the summertime we want to be able to enjoy, but if you are dealing with financial situations, don't try to rob Peter to pay Paul. Don't try to feel like you have to take this all on by yourself. And what I mean by that is not saying you have to necessarily reach out to other people for financial assistance or help. But if there are other resources that can at least help you get by or help you float your way through, if you can, then don't be too proud to look at those things or try to reach your hand out to circumstances or situations that can help you in a financial way. But what's going to be more important is you to really map out this new path in your career life and in your financial life of what that looks like, but also during this time period of while you're going through the financial headache or burden, really establishing or reestablishing good financial habits. How did you manage your finances? How are you managing your finances now? If you've been good at that, then when we look at what it is that we want to do, then how are we going to set that up or structure, or what career path or endeavor are we going to go into that's going to give us the yielding outcomes that we want, and is realistic that we can receive the kind of financial earning that we want from that career or from that field. That's all a part of mapping, strategizing, and blueprinting the steps ahead. This is a couple more here. I think somebody wants you to take the safe route here, Leo, and kind of stick to what you know, because at least it's some form of security, whether stick to a certain job or stick to a certain way of making money, just because right now you are on shaky ground, you're on shaky water, whether it's because you have a lot of debts, maybe your financial situation ain't where you want it to be, but you are trying to juggle, literally, you are trying to juggle your finances in some way, shape, or form, and you're not getting really the outcomes that you're wanting from it. So somebody may be trying to discourage you from really, I guess, taking a leap of faith into the unknown and trying something, because at this point, you don't really have much to lose. You genuinely don't have much to lose. And I think that's what's keeping you focused on taking that leap of faith into a new, whether it's a new, I can't even say the word, entrepreneurial endeavor. There we go. Whether it's a new entrepreneurial endeavor, whether it's a new job or career, maybe you want to become a freelancer, maybe you want to become an independent contractor. But you know that you want at least something that's going to be emotionally fulfilling, and you're willing, at least from what this looks like, you would be willing to stick out the financial uncomfortability right now just so you can end up in something at some point in a career space that's going to be emotionally engaging and fulfilling. It's like you don't want to have to hop from one circumstance that's at its detriment to another circumstance that's at its detriment, but maybe at detriment in a different way. Even though the new thing that you could hop into may be financially paying you and being able to help you with your financial circumstance or situation, it's not giving you that emotional satisfaction. And that's a big key component here. So it's like you don't want to just hop into something just to have something. You want to feel fulfilled. But also, too, you want to make sure that you can make the money so that way you are in a space where not only financially you feel comfortable, but you feel like you are doing something that you enjoy. And there feels like somebody that is trying to deter you from doing that and is wanting you to just stick with the tried and true, the status quo, and what is comfortable, what you've already know, because there's security there, even though it's not really security because you're already having issues with it. So, Leo, I would say you know where you're going with this. It is going to be an uncomfortable transitional period for you. Again, watch your online spending, watch your spending in general, though. But I think you got it. I just think you're kind of in this weird space when it comes to your finances at this time. I think you're in this weird space when it comes from where you were coming from to where you're going. But I think you got it. So I am going to leave this here. Just know it's been a pleasure to read for you, Leo. I thank you so much. And bye.